Hello guys, Mrs. Silk here with another video. So many guys asking me how good I am at talking to women and in some way being able to date them later on. So one thing I want to tell you about approaching women is that there are women that are available and then you have a bunch of women that are not available. But let's go from the fact that they are available. So you have X amount of women that are available. If I would go up to them and do my opener and then transit into a normal conversation, I believe that my so-called success score is around 40%. It sounds unbelievably high, but I would say that it's about 40%. According to a couple of scientific research, they're saying that, based on my own research, that also is based on the secondary research, I found out that about half of the women should be sort of available. And if we're just going to roughly say that 50% of the women are available, they are not married, they don't have that type of relationship with anyone that makes them, not available. Those that have a serious boyfriend or they have a boyfriend that they really love and are happy with, those are not available. Married women are not available. Lesbians are not available either. But let's say roughly that those are 50% and available women are 50%. As far as I can remember, almost every time I go up to a woman and start a conversation, I almost always score. I can almost always take her out on a date, it feels like. So in terms of number, that would translate into like 4 approaches, and I got maybe 1 in every 4 approaches. 2 of them might be married. 1 of them might not, be interested in that particular moment, and 1 are. That is how, a 40 to 50% success score looks like in an environment, where we have both available and unavailable women. So what makes me being able to pull that type of score off? I'm telling you also that the women that I'm dating, or going up and start dating and so on, those are women that have a lot of male attention. Those women are chased by so many men. And I just want to tell you right up front, I'm not a very cool guy or a very extroverted guy when I'm going up and talking with them. No, I am not. I'm not a person where they're going to look at me at first and then feel, whoa, he's so cool, I want to be with him. Just look at him, he's so handsome and so on. Forget about that. I'm nothing like that, nothing. However, I make them feel good when they're talking with me because I'm using 101 conversational skills that are built for creating connection and building attraction. Basically, relationship building theory made into practice. I'm schooled in this. I'm a conversationalist. I'm a behavioral scientist. I know how it works. So as soon as I start talking in a way that is very empathetic, with my empathetic listening skills, being able to extract everything I want to extract, take that context and start building meaningful conversations based on that context, there are very few women that actually don't want to see me again. And I'm also telling you, they not want to see me just because they see me as a good friend. No. I'm coming to the level that they know that we're going out on the first date. And from that point, she's available. And my skill level in terms of conversations are really high. And I know also, in fact, that those are based on science. We're talking about decades and decades of scientific research in interpersonal communication. It's not wrong. It's solid data, solid evidence that this is what is working in terms of making the best possible way to build relationship with people, and specifically women, by using, listening skills to get there. And when I say listening skills, people think that it's just like being quiet and listen and not say much. Well, that's passive listening. But if you want to be an active listener, wow, it includes a lot of things. But again, so every time I can take out a girl on a date, my success rate is over 90%. I basically never fail a date. And that surprised me even today. And that is not because I'm cool. That is not because I'm super handsome. That is actually because of my skill set. That might not be extraordinary if someone else have, read it, learned it, and practicing it. I might not be a lot better than that person, but I'm a lot better than the person that haven't studying it, a person that haven't went into the right path of how to build relationships. Those people don't stand a chance, which is, incredible in some way, because it feels like I have a superpower. And that is my ability to build relationships with people, and especially beautiful, attractive women that have 1 million men chasing them. It's just, it's like a superpower skill. And did that make me arrogant or something like that? No, not really. I am really all in for helping men to be good at this. That's why I'm, doing all those YouTube videos, to make sure that you can be good with women as well. I just don't like when I see guys going into the wrong path. Specifically when it comes to the path of self-centeredness. Like they have to, in some way put all the energy and resources on focusing about themselves. Like, I have to focus on myself now. So I'm not going to spend time to learn how to communicate with people and so on. I'm going to spend time to chasing my career, to get into the top tier. I'm going to, chase my health and my body shape. That is what I'm going to do, nothing else. Well, then you're missing a lot of time, because the real method is to learn how to communicate. That's it. You don't have to be this Superman in order to attract and date women. You don't. You just need to learn how to build relationships. That's how I did. And that is why I feel very, very confident to talk with any woman in the world, basically. So anyway, my point in this video is that it's not me that is a perfect individual. The only thing that differs me from a lot of guys out there is that I'm using proven methods, scientifically proven methods and principles to achieve the goal of being able to attract and date women, while guys are on the wrong path. And it's so easy to beat them, because they just don't know what they're doing. And what they are doing is not relationship building. It's something else, entertainment, amusement, but it's not relationship building. So make sure that you are on the right path. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video.